Our journey has finally paid off and we managed to buy a house. If you're interested in our journey, please subscribe so you don't miss it. What are we going to do, daughter?
Well, we're gonna see the house that we bought yesterday.
Are we?
Yeah.
Are we excited?
Yeah.
What specifically are you going to look at?
I'm gonna look at the garden so I can find the perfect spot for my tree house.
Tree house.
Yeah.
Are you happy, Ellie?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a bit of an exciting news because it happened so quickly. And yesterday we signed the contract for the house. We are going to see it today and measure it so we can start some architectural potential changes. Are we happy about it, Daddy?
Indeed, very much.
We'll keep you updated. Just make sure that you subscribe.
Bye.
Considering that Sweden had never been on our list before, true?
True.
We never planned to come here and it just happened naturally because we are trained, and I would say well trained, to listen to our intuition. And we came here. The first thing, we moved south of Stockholm to a place. The first thing when we started viewing the house was the village where we bought our house, which is amazing, and it kept coming to us and coming, and it was absolutely amazing. So as a person who doesn't have the personal number in Sweden, you cannot even open a bank account, so you cannot buy any properties. What happened to us, we met a person who managed to do it for us in a way that it's so complicated, but basically it's a miracle. So we love miracles,
Yes.
don't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
What is even funnier, that when we moved to Sweden and we started seeing the houses, in our subconscious, what color of the house we wanted?
Red.
What color of the house is the house that we bought?
Red.
Red.
So it's a very traditional Swedish red wooden house with white windows, and this is what we have wanted. It's absolutely amazing. So in our videos that we are tracking our journey, how we got to Sweden, I mentioned that we are well trained in intuition listening. Can I say it like that? So how do we do that? Actually, I think that how we do it, it doesn't mean that for everybody will be the same, is that we just calm down and a message sometimes comes to us. I will give you an example, and then we take the step. That's the most important part. So last year, in January the 9th, we had a feeling that we had to rent a camper van and start traveling as a unique opportunity for us to explore if caravanning actually is for us. So we did it. On the day of 9th, we booked a camper. And the funny thing was, we didn't know that Corona would come and etc. So the funny thing was that when we book it, I wanted to book it for something like middle of March starting. And for a daft reason, I wasn't allowed to book it. So I said, okay, stuff it, let's go in February. And so we did. And now when I look back, sometimes you think something is not happening. Goodness me, what we are going to do. Because I booked it for February, we were able to travel. And actually, we returned on the 7th or the 3rd of March, I can't remember. We were forced, no, we returned in March when the Corona hit and we had to return from England. Another intuition, as an example, is that I got the message to close down the business. It was probably one of the hardest messages because we loved selling our handmade products. Now, advert, you can go and on the website walshgifts.com and you can see what we were doing, and we are still planning to continue. And when I told Martin, I remember we were sitting in a park in Tatranska Lomnica where we were living, and we had that emotion, like how can we close something what we were previously building with love. We had clients that were coming back and ordering again and again, and it was wonderful, but we did it. And it was the same with English. One of the hardest decisions was to close down teaching the companies that we were cooperating with for over 8 years. And we did it with love, thankfulness. All of them stayed our friends, by the way. And then after we returned because of the corona, we just felt that we need to move out. And the message came, sell your flat. Our only sanctuary. This was the place in Lomnica that we absolutely loved. We put so much love into that space that it was really, really hard. And till the last moment, it was very hard. But then when we emptied the flat and we stayed last night, we thanked our flat, we thanked Lomnica and Slovakia for having us, and everything like changed. And since then we never had any regrets or something. So listening to your intuition is easy and difficult. The house needs a lot of work. It's a project, and we cannot wait to start reconstructing to this beauty into the full potential. Follow our life in Sweden and subscribe. Have a good day.